Welcome to Gaming with Jane. The time is 6:55 p.m. The sun is in my eyes, and Dragon Age Origins is one of my favorite games of all time. I have followed the series over the years. I've played each game as it came out: Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Dragon Age the Veilguard. Dragon Age Origins, to me, is still the best gaming experience I ever had. Now, I have replayed it a few times over the years, especially the tutorial, meaning the origin story, and Ostagar and Lothering, and whatever way I decided to branch off first. But this is probably the first time in 10 years that I plan on doing a complete replay past that. I'm not sure that I always even end up getting Zevran in my party. And he is, part of the reason you play the game. So let's buckle in and play some Dragon Age Origins, and I hope we have fun together. Let's do some parallel play. Pull out your studying, your textbooks. I don't know what I'm doing. Pull out your textbooks. Close your eyes for a nap, while I sit down next to you and play Dragon Age Origins. Let's dig in. So, one thing that I'm excited about is that if we go to my player profile, we can see that there are 0 achievements. And I think that's because there are no more servers available for this game. Now, I haven't played in a long time, so I'm assuming that's what it is. I also haven't looked it up. But I had, at one point, achieved 100% of these, which means now I get to do them again. And some of them I definitely remember what they are. They tell you what they are. But the mystery ones I don't remember. So this will take more than one playthrough. But I am actually, as we start, Awakening, if we get to it, is the epilogue of the game, basically.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
So that there was Duncan, and we're going to want to remember who he is. A few warnings before I actually get started playing the game. This is a violent, dark fantasy game. There will be lots of blood and gore. A lot of injustice and fantasy racism, and yeah, you won't see the characters finding a lot of justice, but as the playable character, you will be able to help find justice where you can, I guess, but not for everyone. So that's your warning. So if you're looking for a wholesome game, this does have some elements of hope, but this might not satisfy. So our first pop-up here, the background you select will determine which of the 6 distinct opening stories or origin stories you play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. Fantasy racism. Most of all, you'll see that if you pick an elf. Once enslaved by humans, most elves have all but lost their culture, scrounging and impoverished living scrounging and impoverished living scrounging and impoverished living in the slums. I think that's supposed to be and scrounging and impoverished living in the slums of human cities. Only the nomadic Dalish tribes still cling to their traditions, living by the bow and the rule of their old gods as they roam ancient forests, welcome nowhere else. Elves can be warriors, rogues, or mages. So interestingly, once you pick elf, you can either be one of the Dalish elves who lives free in the wild, or a city elf who lives in the impoverished slums. Then there's humans, the most numerous yet most divided of all the races. Only 4 times have they ever united under a single cause, the last being centuries ago. Religion and the chantry play a large part in human society. It distinguishes them culturally from elves and dwarves. More than anything else, humans can be warriors, rogues, or mages. And the option for human background is as a noble. You don't have an option of being a peasant or anything like that. So, born to wealth and power, second only to royalty, you find your training in both diplomacy and battle put to the test as your brother leads the bulk of your family's forces to war in the south. I'm realizing I didn't read the mage origins for you, or I'm sorry, not mage, elf origins for you. So, Dalish elf, proud of your role as one of the few true elves, you have always assumed you would spend your life with your tribe, until a chance encounter with a relic of your people's past threatens to tear you away from everything you have ever known. And then the city elf, which is actually my favorite origin in the game. It is the bleakest as well, especially if you play as a girl. You have always lived under the heavy thumb of your human overlords, but when a local lord claiming his privilege with the bride shatters your wedding day, simmering racial tensions explode in a rain of vengeance. And then our last option is to play as a dwarf, which could either be a dwarf commoner or a dwarf noble. So the dwarf commoner says, born casteless in a land where rank is everything, bound as the lackey and thug of a local crime lord, you have spent your life invisible until chance thrusts you into the spotlight, where you can finally prove whether you will be defined by your actions or your birth. And then the dwarf noble, as the favored child of the dwarven king, you proudly take up your first military command, only to learn that the deadly intrigues of family and sycophants may pose a greater danger than even the battlefield. And then, of course, the three classes. We have rogue, mage, and rogue. I mean, warrior, mage, and rogue. I said that backwards. Warriors are powerful fighters. Mages wield a power as dangerous as it is potent. And you have to train in the circle. So you don't, whether you start as an elf or a human, if you do mage, you have to start at the circle. Whereas dwarves can't be mages. You'll learn more about that later as we get into the game. So what I'm actually going to do is recreate my favorite playthrough I ever had, which was as a character named Dinah. She was a dwarf, warrior, noble, and she was pretty badass. So we're gonna change her name, Dinah. I am a big fan of strategy, so I am not gonna select quick play, but I am going to change her up a bit. Let's start with hair. She should have some buns. Let's see. Typical shaped look. Oh. Short. This is the default. I think on my first playthrough, I played as my city elf girl, and I picked this hair. Yeah. Here we are. She looks like a noble, right? Fancy pants. Eyes. Let's give her. You know what? I like a droopy eye. Let's give her droopy eyes. Not too far apart. Let's see. I can't really see. Let me pull down the curtain so I can get the sun out of my eyes. Nope, still pretty dark. But I remember that from my original playthrough too. So you can see blue. I'm gonna give her blue eyes just because it's the only color I can really see. That's pretty, right? Alright, hair. Give her dark hair. No, you know what? I like the blonde. Let's go like dirty blonde. No. Go back to like this dark blonde. Light brown almost. Yeah, I like that. Let's see if we can make her nose a little chonkier. Well, that's a cute button nose. Nope, she was already chonky. I guess that's as chonky as she... Oh, wait, nose size. Yeah, we like a big nose. Yeah, I don't want to spend too long in the character creator. I'm pretty happy with how she looks already, but I do have to mix up her makeup. I'm not satisfied with eye color, brow depth, blah, blah, blah. Jaws and cheeks. Skin, maybe? Eyeshadow color, there we go. And it all looks very much like 2010's gaming makeup. so I can see the color. I've turned the intensity up. And then I'll turn it down once I pick a color I like. How about this dark, like brick red? That's kind of pretty. And then tattoos, which are nice. Some of these are different based on which race you pick. You can see these are all sort of dwarvish style. It looks like there's only 3 options. So these styles are specific to Orzammar dwarves, which I like. There's a lot of beautiful world building in this game. This game is so rich with lore, and I just feel like so much got retconned in the later games that made this version of the game so complex and compelling, especially the dwarves. Their history is so cool. I think I'm gonna go with this one, even though it looks like a little battery down her nose. I gotta charge you up, girl. My original Dinah did not have a face tattoo because I wanted her to look glamorous and pretty. But I am past the age of wanting to be glamorous and pretty. And I want her to look like a badass. Alright, Dinah, this new version of you looks great. Let's dig in. So this is kind of cool. I didn't really start playing D&D until after I had played Dragon Age Origins. And the stats in this work similarly, not the same, similarly to they do in D&D, I think. So basically we've got point buy here. We have 5 points to spend. Since I'm going to play a warrior, I'm going to want to focus on constitution, strength, and dexterity, which they've already shown. So strength, let's see. Strength measures a character's physical prowess and directly affects the damage a character deals in physical combat. It also contributes to the accuracy of melee attacks. High strength is essential for warriors, in particular if they wish to wield two-handed weapons, and is nearly as critical for rogues. And now I do intend to wield two-handed weapons because that's bomb as hell. All right, dexterity is the measure of agility, reflexes, and balance. Higher dex improves a character's chances to hit, makes the character more likely to dodge incoming blows, and contributes to the damage dealt by piercing weapons like daggers or arrows. Archery and dual weapon fighting styles demand high dexterity to master, making this attribute a favorite for rogues. My city elf character was a rogue, and I did dual wield, and I loved that build. Willpower represents a character's determination and mental fortitude. With high willpower, mages can cast more spells thanks to a deeper mana pool. For warriors and rogues, willpower grants more stamina for combat techniques and special attacks, so everyone needs willpower. Magic is pretty easy to guess. Magic is the measure of a character's natural affinity for the arcane. This attribute is crucial for mages since it directly increases a character's spell power score, which determines the potency of all spells. The magic attribute also determines how effective potions, poultices, and salves are for all classes. My mage playthrough was also an elf, and I ended up doing like a mage warrior build, and she was dope as hell. You could not touch her. She was like half in the fade, 1 foot in reality, and anything that did hit was like reduced to 1 damage. It was awesome. So cunning, it's another one for rogues, determines how well a character learns and reasons. Most skills, such as herbalism and combat tactics, require a quick mind to master, and an observant eye can more easily find weaknesses in enemy armor. Rogues benefit most from this statistic, as many of their class abilities and special attacks rely on subtlety, or reading the target, not raw strength. And then Constitution is health and resilience. Higher Con directly increases the amount of damage a character can take before falling on the battlefield. So first I'm going to put 2 in Strength and Con, and I believe I'm going to actually add 1. No, I think I'm going to go Strength. We'll be able to hit back before confirming if we don't like what we did. So here now is where we pick skills, and I think you get this every couple levels. You get 1 point for this skill tree. Combat training is good. Herbalism is making potions. Coercion is being able to talk your way out of things. Stealing is being able to pickpocket. I've never really utilized that ability, or the trap making. I always forget they exist. Survival is great. It helps it so that you can spot enemies before they pop up. Then there's poison making and combat tactics. I am going to go with combat training since I'm a warrior. And so there are warrior specific talents. Every level you get talents. So this is specific to my class and my weapon type. I have chosen warrior, so these are the skill trees for warrior. And then there's passive abilities and sustained or activated abilities. I tend to like starting with passive abilities because if I have too many abilities at the beginning, I forget to use some or don't. I just leave those abilities sitting there without getting used when I could have just had a nice passive skill always in effect. So let's see, we've got powerful, which would gain greater health and reduced fatigue penalties for wearing heavy armor, and I will be wearing heavy armor. So that's a good option, or I'm gonna do not dual weapon, two-handed weapon. Pommel strike, sunder arms, or mighty blow. So let's pick 1 passive, which I'm gonna pick as powerful, and 1 activated ability. Pommel strike, sunder arms. Let's see. Pommel strike, instead of going for the fatal attack an enemy expects, the player strikes out with a weapon's blunt end, knocking the opponent to the ground unless it passes a physical resistance check. Or sunder arms, the character attempts to hinder a target's ability to fight back rather than going directly for a killing blow. Unless the target passes a physical resistance check, it suffers a penalty to attack for a short time. Or mighty blow. The character puts extra weight and effort behind a single strike, gaining a bonus to attack. If it hits, the blow deals critical damage and imposes a penalty to movement speed unless the target passes a physical resistance check. So I'm going to knock people on their ass first, since I just, make it easier to hit them. Alright, I'm happy with this. So I've chosen powerful and pommel strike, and by default shield bash is already activated. You can't change that. I believe there's a mod. Speaking of mods, I am only playing with 2 mods. One is extra slots that I can always keep my dog with me, and then the second one is polygamey so that I can romance as many people as I want. All right, no one can stop me. I love love. And let's hit play. You know what? Since we're going for achievements, let's go with Nightmare just to knock those out.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, the larger of 2 known remaining dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called Deep Roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, The dwarven noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are the second child of King Endrin of House Iduken, the 9th Iduken ruler elected by the Noble Assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue and have struggled against brothers and cousins for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lady. You are dressed and ready. Excellent. I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
You might be thinking to yourself, that is a handsome servant. And you'd be so right. Just so happens that Dinah is in love with him. Alright, let them see me as a warrior.
As
You got
opposed to
that
the
right, my
paragon of
friend.
beauty?
Close the door. I'll show you a paragon of beauty.
Don't you remember how this game goes? I get undressed, then one of your brothers or cousins appears and thrashes me. I'll take my chances somewhere outside the palace if you don't mind. Perhaps after the feast. Well, thoughts for later, I suppose. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at the feast, but there's no rush. The noble family heads will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances.
Oh what shall we do in the meantime?
As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Rumor has it that Harrowmont hopes you'll be swept off your feet if a well-placed young nobleman wins the provings in your honor.
Gag me. Perhaps I'll win the proving myself.
Win the proving in your own honor? That would be most interesting. Shall we then?
I'd like to see the merchants.
With you as always, my lady. The day is ours until the feast.
Alright, tactical view. Alright, now as I've said, it's been a long-ass time since I played this game, so it's going to take me a minute to remember the controls. And even more so because the last time I played was on the PlayStation 3. Alright, PlayStation 3. So the controls are completely different. I have played it on PC back in, I want to say, the early 2010s. So give me a minute here. The game can be played from a variety of tactical viewpoints. Use the mouse wheel to bring your camera down. Yeah. While paused, you can issue orders to your character. Right-click on your desired destination. Your character now has a move order. You can issue orders in real time or while paused. Press space to unpause. Right, that's all the DLC popping up. Oh, I forget you don't use... Okay, so it's not WASD to move, but W and S do move forward, backward, and A and D rotate the camera. Gotcha. And I can also rotate with the mouse. Zoom out, zoom in, right click, left click. Alright, so things that sparkle have stuff. Alright, we got 5 copper. So let's see, what's this crystal? Oh, inventory equipment. That's why I can't do anything. Tutorial inventory and equipment. To equip new items, you'll need to open the inventory screen. Do so now by clicking on the highlighted icon and pressing I. To unequip, drag an item from its icon on the left side of the screen back into your inventory. Remove your character's armor or clothing. Oh, you know what? I should download the no helmet mod. That should be the other one I install. That back on. For easy access, oh yeah, we got a hotbar at the bottom. Yeah, I know how to use a hotbar. Thank you. Oh, but I don't want to. I want to see my pretty face. Dalish Promise Ring. Why do I have that? This all must be DLC. Feral Wolf Charm. Man, I don't remember starting with these items before. Equipped the Lucky Stone. These feel like cheat items. Yeah. These I know are deal. Like the Blood Dragon plate. Well, let me at least look at it. No. Is badass and iconic. So these are new to me. +1 to all attributes is pretty nice. +3 Constitution. Yeah, let's do that. Increases monetary gain. Hell yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. 1 point for a skill. Of course, that's going to us. Alright, cool. Alright, now what's this crystal? It's a codex. If you want to read the codexes, I believe they're all on the wiki. I'm not going to read all of them. Oh, look at that. Some items. So I'm holding W and rotating the camera with my mouse. That's how I'm going to move around. The other thing is if you hold tab, it hopefully highlights everything you could select. So this is my room, huh? As a noble? Let's take a look. What do I have at my desk? I've got some cool rocks. Love a cool rock. A tome. Not picking up after myself, I see. Pretty cool. I like this geode. Maybe I should read an image of the city. That's pretty cool. I don't remember that. You're gonna probably hear that a lot from me. Can I use this chest? Nope. Decorative. There's no water in my fountain. I'd like to file a complaint. I think Orzammar is so cool. I love the design. I love all the dwarvish architecture. All that really like sturdy looking design. The way everything is kind of like wide at the base. Oh, I love it. Select here. Book. Get that experience, baby.
Good day, Lady Iduken. No sign of trouble here. I am at your service. Congratulations on being named
So
commander,
let's see. We just came out of my room, which was this one here, I believe. So let's go left and look at this brother's room first. Oh, let's not do that because it's locked. Love that. Look at that. That's lyrium. We'll learn more about lyrium later. What you up to, big brother?
I'm sorry. I thought you were Prince Balin coming down the hall. Forgive me.
No harm done.
I will show myself out. With your leave, my lady.
You may go.
Thank you. I will go now.
Let's go steal from my brother. Insufficient skill. I know that there is a mod where you can smash chests instead of picking them. I did not install that one. I kind of prefer to play games with the vanilla experience, like the way it was intended by the developers and designers. But there are a few exceptions, like for instance, keeping my good boy at my side, and I get to flirt with whoever I want. Thank you. Letter from Rika, but it didn't pop up, so I'm not going to read it. Hi.
Ancestors watch over you, my lady.
Thank you. Check the map. Okay. So, left. Let's check that way first.
I am proud to serve the ideas.
No sign of trouble.
Should be.
I am at your service. I am at your service.
That's right, you are.
I am at your service.
Key required.
I am at your service.
I heard you. Can't talk to the servant. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to stand on you. Just looking around.
Congratulations on being named Commander, my lady.
Love this. Looks like a vulva.
You sure you want to go to the feast
No,
now?
I don't. I'm going the wrong
I doubt
way.
we can escape to see the provings once we're inside.
You're right. Let's go to the provings first.
I can't wait to see who's fighting today.
Me.
I went to watch the provings. Most exciting.
Most exciting.
I shall do it.
No, you shan't. When I play a game, I like to look at every corner. I'm the type of person that talks to every NPC.
I am at your service.
Sometimes twice.
I am at your service. I am at your service.
Yeah, okay. Thrice was unnecessary, but... Okay, so we've seen everything we can for now without moving the plot forward. So I'm gonna go out and have some fun.
Your father has allowed the merchants to show their wares in the Diamond Quarter during these celebrations.
Can I move this? No, I can't. Like, slide it up. Okay. Let's go up first. Oh, never mind. There's a barrier. One thing that I lament about this game versus the other games, plural, there's no jumping in Dragon Age Origins, and I am the kind of gamer who jumps as I walk. You know, just nonstop. I think that's the ADHD.
I am at your
Damn
service.
right.
I'm sure we can work this out reasonably. Please, Master Volney. My work is accredited by the Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
I write only what I find in the ancient records. Lady Iduken, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Iduken, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
It's true, I remember. Quorum, does this father truly have my father, or does this scholar truly have my father's favor? Or, I greatly enjoyed that book as well.
This worm has written a book that slanders my house.
That's a serious charge.
He deserves to die for what he has written of Paragon Volney.
Tell me what it says, scholar.
My work tells the stories of all those raised to paragons in the last 500 years. When the Assembly names a paragon, that man or woman is then, by definition, everything one can aspire to be in the world.
Yes.
They form their own
Mansplain
noble
dwarvish
houses
culture
and
to
are
me.
revered
Thank
as living
you.
ancestors. But paragons start off as men.
Volney was more than a man.
What was Iduken like before he was a paragon?
Iduken was much loved, but he was still a man. He was plagued by melancholy, and his fervor regarding Orzamar's safety bordered on obsession. When Iduken was proposed as a paragon, only one lord in the Assembly objected. The others savagely hacked him to death. Iduken's motion passed without a single dissenting vote.
Unlike Volney, is that what you mean, old man?
Volney became a paragon by the narrowest margin in history. One vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the Shaperate and are a matter of fact. Not liking history doesn't make it any less true.
That's true. The scholar's right.
Taking his side? What if he published a book like this about your paragon Iduken?
Are we going to put emphasis on reputation or truth? Just shut up.
Do not order me about like some low-caste peon. This is not finished.
That fool has no idea how weak his house is or how low he sits in it. Shall I have him killed, my lady?
What do you think, scholar?
Well, historically, it has been prudent to eliminate a small threat before it becomes larger.
I'm not that prudent. Let the poor fool live.
As you say.
You've shown House Iduken a friend to research, history, and the glory of our people.
I wouldn't go all that far. I just told him to shut up. It was mostly to put him in his place.
Whatever the motivation, you did a wonderful service for me this day. Now, I must try to make sense of these notes. Good day, Your Highness, and thank you.
You're very welcome. Orzammar Guard.
I'm at your service.
So, one thing that's cool about our Orzammar is that it's full of lava. Look at all that. Think about how hot it is here, and they're all wearing metal all over their bodies. Constant sweat. How bad do you think it smells here? Look at that. Look at that. Just right here. Just right outside my front door. And it's yellow. Oh. Look at these designs.
The noble hunters are out in force, it seems.
Good for them.
Ah, my friend. Enjoying the festivities so far?
Quite, quite.
Did you see those noble hunters?
Made of something quite similar.
No.
So I pay your exorbitant price, only to end up looking like a poor imitation. Fantastic! Just
What are you
fantastic!
bitching about?
My lady Iduken, you honor me by visiting my humble booth. May I show you my wares?
You have something I might want?
All ladies love a bit of silk, do they not?
Lady Iduken is a warrior, born of steel and bred for battle.
Well said.
1,000 pardons. Please, forgive me, your highness.
This looks to be mostly fabrics from the human lands. These merchants form alliances with those who have abandoned our ways to live on the surface.
Yeah, I'm not really that, pissed about it. How many of our people are on the surface?
According to the scholars, more than 500. Does it matter? The surfacers are lost to us. Perhaps we should get going.
Would be a shame if one of us had to go to the surface for any reason. That would be just horrible.
Nothing beats a good set of steel cutlery.
It's so interesting to see a lady chosen to be... Our trust follow, big sister. How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my sibling's second, I will ask for it.
You won't speak to my second like that. Don't speak to Gorham like that.
I speak to lower houses and castes as they should be spoken to. Now do as I say.
Keep barking orders. I'm sure I'll care someday.
Your lack of a sense of duty to your house is obvious. I can't imagine why you are receiving a commission. I expect after tomorrow I'll spend much time apologizing to the heads of the noble houses for the deaths of their children under your incompetent command.
Yeah, I don't really respond well to guilt tactics.
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now then, you, get to the feast.
I'll go when I'm ready.
Stubborn, aren't you? When I'm king, I will help you get over that. Come, Balin.
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king.
It's my day, not his.
That it is. Let's get back to enjoying it, shall we?
Where are the noble hunters? I want to talk to them. Let's go look over the edge first. Look at that bridge. Over troubled lava. Yeah, very cool. Nice sound effect too, being close to the fire. Did I already talk to you?
My Lady Iduken, nothing here rivals your amazing Iduken armor, but if you wish something made...
You know very well House Iduken has its own royal armorers.
Of course. Forgive me.
Show me anyway. I'll take a look.
You honor me, Your Highness.
How much money have I got? Where is it? Oh, up top. 5 copper, so I can buy a whole lot of nothing. Oh wait, memory band. What's that? Ring. It's free, so I'm gonna take it. Oh wait, I just sold it. Give that back. This is what's for sale. I looked at the wrong side. Smart. But that's a good point. I should sell some things because inventory fills up fast in this game. I don't need any of that. Okay. So I'll keep my memory band. I don't know why. I don't want to get rid of anything yet. Because I don't know.
Look at this piece, darling.
Weapons. Two-handed. Main hand. See, what is this? Bragan's bow? I don't remember. And the edge? Yeah, I don't know what these items I'm starting with are. But I could be rich if I
rivals
wanted.
even the work of the Paragon Smith herself.
Not... My lady?
Oh.
As you say.
Oh, there they are.
What about that one?
Two of the best characters in the game right here.
Oh, I would love to end up with a redhead.
Would that Sir Blackstone were a noble?
Hell yeah.
Stand up straight. They're coming. Greetings, my lady. May I say you look striking today. Is this your paramour? He wears both his vambraces, unmarried and eligible.
I'm flattered, ladies, but I'm not a noble. I'm a knight of the warrior caste.
Warrior caste isn't bad.
Telly, we didn't pay gold for these permits to take warrior caste.
I guess you're right. Sorry, sir.
I'm naive to noble hunters, apparently. What's going on here? Why are you talking to my first like that?
They're noble hunters, my lady. Because a man takes his caste from his father, they hope to bear a noble lord's son. If a noble hunter succeeds, she is raised up to join the house as a concubine to care for her son. It brings new swords to a house, so many nobles look favorably on such women.
Hell yeah. We could certainly use more Idukan swords. Let me read the other options first. Up jumped nobles only cast weak. Yeah, well, good for them, honestly. We could use more swords.
Then perhaps you'd tell your brothers to come say hello?
Telly, mind your manners.
I'll mention you. Yeah.
My lady is kind and generous beyond her duty.
It's true. Look at them sparkling barrels. They're calling to me. Gloves. Money. And a bow. I take everything so I can sell everything. That's why my inventory fills up. That's why Skyrim is really hard for me. I don't know what to not
Invest
take.
in the next great trade expedition.
Weapon merchant.
Greetings, my lady Idukan. I am so honored to have you visit my booth. I have a proposition, but I dared not approach.
Yet you dare now.
I'll hear him out.
Very well then, speak.
Yes, just so. Here's the thing. What I mean to say is...
It's alright, go on.
Sorry. So nervous. I had a dagger made for you as a gift for your first command. Sent a messenger to deliver the dagger to you. Prince Trian had him thrown out. I don't know what offense he caused, but I had him beaten severely.
You know what? I want to piss my brother off, so let's see this dagger.
Here it is, your highness.
That's an amazing piece, merchant.
You do me much honor, sir. The blade has been crafted over a period of 2 years by masters of every art. I wish to bless the lady's first command and hope that someday, when she rules, she will wear it.
Trian is heir. He will rule when King Endrin returns to the stone.
If the assembly wills it. Forgive me, sir, but whispers say the second child of Endrin will be chosen.
Whispers indeed. It's a princely gift. If Trian recognizes it, though, it may send the wrong message. Or the right one, depending on your view.
Damn what Trian thinks, I'll take it.
Thank you. You bring uncountable honor to me.
What he means is that you'll bring uncountable gold to him if you wear that piece in public.
Yeah, well. Electricity damage, nice. Magic merchant.
Most exotic wares in Orzammar.
Oh, Lady Idukan, here, in my booth. I am so...
Don't blame him.
He's fainted. You make quite the impression these days. Is it hard to be the king's child, never able to just blend in?
I enjoy watching the little people scurry around me. No, I hated it. I just wanted to talk to him.
I know. It's all right. Shall we move along?
I'm so humble.
My lady, are you heading to the proving arena? We have been charged with the task of escorting you to the proving grounds.
I clean forgot about that. Forgive me, I should have informed you sooner. The king decided you were not to travel through the commons unguarded.
I am quite capable of walking safely to the proving.
I did mention the merchants that won permits to show their goods in the Diamond Quarter. There were only so many permits auctioned off, and quite a few were turned away. Your father fears you will be harassed on the way to the proving.
This is silly, but I will comply.
Will we be leaving then?
Wait until I'm ready.
You heard the order.
We will be here.
I just want to pop up here. I can't remember if there's anything. Nope, nothing. But we could look over the edge at that beautiful lava. Or, wait, isn't it magma when it's underground? I think it's magma. I'm not going to look it up, though, so someone tell me in the comments. Chill that step. Yeah. Me too, bud.
Do you wish to leave for the proving grounds, my lady?
Yeah, let's go.
We are at your command.
So I think this is a good place to stop for today. We got to check out the merchants in the castle. We're partway through the origin story for a dwarf noble. We have established that I am in love with Gorham here, or at least have some sort of relation with him. I guess I will pick up on the proving next time. Thank you for joining me, and let's play again together.